kidding me?
I feel like I have to beg for forgiveness. But first,
I'm quitting this podcast. I'm done.
Hey guys, welcome to LoveCast, the Boys Love Podcast. I'm your host Pixie, and with me are my co-hosts Kayla and Alexa.
Hey.
Hello.
I did it.
Pixie versus the intro.
So today we have an interesting episode. We're gonna have like a bracket, BL Boy bracket, March Madness. Thing going that Heather made, and she is cruel.
Evil.
Yeah, we've have not looked at this before we started doing this recording. So Heather had it sent under a spoiler. We weren't allowed to look at it, and we just opened it to bring it up to do the thing. And some of the choices that are on there, we're gonna be fighting it out on the recording, I think.
Oh, dude. It's literally so cruel, but she knows how to get us into arguing, so that's fine.
That's her goal, actually.
Yeah. I mean, she did call it March Madness, so it's fine. It's fine.
It would be too easy if we agreed on all of them.
True.
But before that, we need to remind people that we are fundraising for our Thailand trip in July. We have a Kickstarter up with a lot of good benefits on it. So you should check that out and see if something would appeal to you. There's also a tier for if you just want to support. Don't need to get anything in return. But obviously we want to do everything to give back to anyone supporting us. So this trip is just gonna be us filming a lot of vlogs and doing interviews and just having a lot of content. This isn't a vacation.
Yeah. It's basically gonna be all the content we do here now, but on location together in Thailand. Plus some other cool vlog ideas and games and stuff that we've been working on. So yeah, we're putting a lot into making it worth everyone's support and donations. So we have a lot of stuff we're really excited about trying to do. So we're hoping we can pull this off with everyone's support.
We do have some connections in Thailand already through our interviews, and when we're there, it's easier for us to get connected to people as well, because they trust you more when they can see you.
Yeah.
So it will be easier for us to get your favorite actors on, and we will be taking suggestions with a form we're gonna put out later down the line, so everyone can put in their 2 cents of who they want to see,
what they want to see, all that good stuff. Yeah, so as always, the link will be in the description. There's a lot more details there about, why we're doing this, although we've talked about it a lot, what we have planned, the reward tiers that we've come up with, and all of that stuff. So at this point, we're at less than a month. So we're really hoping that we can push through this final, at this point, I guess when this goes out, it'll be 20-ish days probably, and get to our goal. So if you guys have the means to support, it would mean a lot to us. And if you don't, we understand. But if you could share it with your friends, your family, your other BL communities.
Watch old episodes if you haven't. We get the revenue from it, so that helps.
Yes. So all of our other revenue that we don't need for the podcast is also going directly into this trip. So our YouTube revenue, our Patreon revenue that doesn't go towards our editor and stuff like that. We're putting everything back into making this happen. So yes.
And we want to be really transparent with all the money is going to, and so we will be keeping everyone updated on what the costs were and what we use them for and everything, so everyone knows that like it went to fund this actual trip and get content for you guys.
Yep.
Yeah, so check it out and consider supporting us if you're able.
Yes.
All right.
Okay, onwards.
Let me bring up this bracket so you can
Bring
all
out
take
the
a look
madness.
at how evil Heather is.
I really am gonna lose my mind.
Just so we can take a look at it before we start getting into it. Like, some of these picks are so
the Pavel
evil.
and Top Tap, that is just a call-out to me. Like,
Yeah, that one's for you specifically.
that's completely splitting me in two.
Pixie fighting her inner demons. But yeah, we commented on the Perth and Peter Pan one. Like, that's just evil.
Mean.
That's pure evil for Heather to make us do that. But I had a feeling she would do stuff like this. So yeah, it's gonna be interesting to see who makes it through to the final rounds, who we agree on, who we might have to beef over a little bit. But yeah, I guess we can just get right into it. So it's not going to look super pretty when I'm editing it because I'm doing it in Canva. But, you know, we're just going to type in who goes to each round and we'll have our little winner in the final section here.
How are we going to get to one person out of these?
Yeah, I know.
I feel like I'm betraying some of these boys.
Exactly. It's like a lose-lose situation.
Yeah, right? Why are we doing this?
This is fun for no one except for Heather, who is not here this weekend, so she just gets to watch and laugh at us suffering.
Yeah. Okay.
All right,
okay.
well,
Let's start.
Let's start with Pavel and Top Tap.
Listen, like, Pavel, he has the personality and just, like, the boy knows how to catch your attention, right?
Mm-hmm. Definitely.
And he's very versatile. Like, and I remember, before we talked to him, I remember after seeing like his YouTube videos and stuff, I was like, this is sort of cringe. What is this? But then we talked to him and he's like the sweetest guy ever.
Yeah, he's a super cool dude. Someone whose perception I think definitely changed a lot from getting to talk to him.
100%.
While Top Tap is, I think, someone that we just always love and support.
Top Tap smiles. And
yeah, we know you and Top Tap smile.
I don't know.
This one is pure suffering for Pixie.
Yeah.
I really don't know.
And like they're friends too.
True.
So
oh my god. Literally choosing between the friends.
Oh man.
Oh. I mean, I've always been a Pavel stanny, and I think that never really changed. It probably grew even more after we did talk to him.
100%.
I literally wear his merch all the time. His clothing line.
You do.
I've always had a soft spot for Pavel. Really like everyone who was in that 2 Moons 2
era, yeah.
Yeah. Top Tap, I always liked him too. So it pains me. But I think that I would choose Pavel just because I have more of a sentimental connection to him.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like we do kind of have like the personal connection with Pavel since we talked to him on the podcast. Which like we haven't really gotten that with Top Tap yet, but like Top Tap if you want to.
Please.
I mean, Top Tap, if you come on the show, then maybe next year
you can win.
You could sweep them all.
Yeah. No, I agree.
yeah.
Like Pavel, like he does have like a special place in our hearts. We're biased, honestly.
Okay,
like
yeah.
I have his
Yeah.
merch too. Like honestly, if we're
All
gonna
right, well.
like, what criteria are we going by here? By the way, like,
Vibe.
Is
I don't know. It's
Is it
literally
just-
just like, how do we feel about this
who
person?
do we like best? Who's the best actor? What's the criteria?
I think it is just everything.
Yeah.
And like all
Like-
of those factors adding up and seeing which one has more pros and cons to it.
Yeah.
If that's even possible with some of these.
So we're basically ranking them like horses.
No.
When you put it that way.
We're ranking them like top players in the BL industry.
Yes. Like the top teams in basketball, because that's what this is a reference to, right? Basketball, March Madness. That's what that is.
I know nothing about
Yeah,
basketball.
all that type of stuff.
So they're the top players in our little BL universe, the LoveCast BL universe.
Yes.
Okay, next. I will
I feel
say,
like me and Kayla are gonna fight on this one.
I will say,
Really?
between Z and
Max
Max,
and Z.
Z hands down, like
No.
hands down.
I can't.
Z has been
Max
my
is-
boy since the very start. Like,
And Max is mine.
Well, okay. I feel like I have no emotional connection to that Max. Or the other one.
right?
Like I'm kind of in the same boat as like I liked Z in Why Are You, but I wasn't a fan yet. And then like over time, I've come to really appreciate him. So for me, I would say Z, but that is literally just because I have no emotional connection to Max Toll Max.
Max is great. Like Max is great. I just don't have a connection to him in that way.
What
Yeah.
about my connection to him in that way?
This is the podcast.
So are we going for majority rules when these things happen?
Oof.
Like, do I have
That is
to
gonna
just
be painful.
concede because you both voted for Z?
I mean, we probably should go for majority since we're 3 people. Then we will always get one option.
Fine. I guess I have no choice but to let you guys have this one.
But you will let us know you're protesting.
I'm putting it on the record that I am not happy about it, but I'll let it happen. I'll hopefully have my revenge somewhere else in this list, so I'll let you guys have Z.
That feels cruel to me. Taking Max away from Alexa.
Do
I
you
know,
understand my pain?
Dude,
Because,
I have a cutout of C behind me. Like,
Okay,
do you
and-
have a cutout of Max? Maybe.
Not yet.
And when I show up with one at the next recording.
Oh my gosh.
All right, well,
Okay.
I guess
I
now
don't
we
like
have to
this
deal
next
with
one.
this one.
I'm just gonna say it. I don't like this.
I don't even know where to begin or how to even begin to choose here.
They're both best boys. I don't feel comfortable doing this.
This is full on cruel.
Okay, listen. I feel like because I wasn't here from the beginning, I feel like my connection to Perth isn't as strong as your
strong.
guys.
Yeah.
But I still love him. So it's hard. Like, I like him as a person. I like him as an actor.
How could someone not love him? He is
Yeah.
so freaking lovable.
Literally the
So-
most unproblematic person ever. Like,
Right?
and he's just cool.
But
he's so cool.
Pan.
Yeah.
Pan-
Pan has been like...
God.
So I feel like Perth is like OG podcast Best Boy, and Pan is like I don't know. Like,
But Pan, like, he was so happy about our merch, and he wore it so much.
Okay, I feel like Perth is the one that you want to pick, or is the one that you should pick, but Pan is the one you want to pick. And that's the boat I'm in right now. Like, I want to pick Pan.
so
We have a lot of Perth stands listening to this podcast.
This is...
this is literally the hardest decision I've ever made in my life. I feel like Perth is like best boy, like general period best boy. But I feel like if we're talking about like LoveCast Best Boy at this point in time, we would have to give it to Pan, just because like, I don't know, like the connection is like more current, I think. Like we still love Perth. I'm still subscribed to his YouTube channel. I still go into all of his streams and everything like that. But like in terms of just like everything Pan has done like for the podcast and like with the podcast and everything like that, like I feel like he's like podcast best boy. I don't know. It's so hard.
I will say about Pan, he hasn't big timed us yet.
Yeah.
And Perth kind of did.
Perth's too cool for us now.
Also, Perth gave us the first shot.
I know.
That's true. Oh my gosh. Yes, that's
gave
true.
us the first one. And he talked. Alexa, do you remember he talked to us for 3 hours?
I know.
This is
so
too
hard.
I literally don't know. I
have no idea what to do, and I feel like none of us.
There wouldn't be like an interview pod. There wouldn't be a Pan without Perth.
Yeah, that's true.
That's very true. Ugh.
Okay, I'm gonna call it. Like, okay, I'm very sorry, Pan. I freaking love you, but we need to put Perth there because the podcast wouldn't be what it is without Perth.
Yeah, that's very true.
I think I agree with that.
Yeah.
Even though it's
painful. It's so painful. I think we just like
you, Pan.
I think Pan will automatically always be an honorary winner, honorary best boy bracket winner, but for the purposes of having to choose someone for this section, I can agree that Perth is the right choice.
Yeah.
Heather, we're gonna need to have a talk about you putting these two on the same.
Look, like Heather, if you're listening to this, we need to talk. Like we just need to have like a work talk.
We might need to have a meeting, a podcast meeting after this. Okay. Pond and cow. I feel like this is really cruel to Kayla.
This one is so funny because it's my himbos.
I was gonna say it's like the two himbos.
Who? I feel like this one has a lot to do with like the timeliness. Yeah. So like Cow, I'm still wondering what he's gonna do next because right now he's contracted. He's contracted on like Channel 3 or whatever. So he can't do anything yet. But I'm wondering if he's gonna come back and do something, and
I'm waiting for it.
That may cement him as a top himbo. Pond currently is like the top himbo.
The top himbo.
But that also could change. Yeah. But
Pond is like a himbo of the month, but like we don't know how long that'll last for.
Exactly.
And Cow is like an OG himbo, but he's been MIA for a while now. So it's like
yes. So it's like do you go with I don't know, like I feel like I have to say Cow. I feel like I have to say Cow.
I think I have more of a connection to Cow because obviously I'm a Cow girly. And even though they haven't been super active lately, like they still hold that place in my heart. And so like I think my heart lean towards Cow as much as I have been loving Pond and Pooin lately.
Yeah, for me it's like I haven't really watched the show, so I don't really have like the connection to Pond yet. And I feel like it just like the hype just started for them. So I don't have like that strong yet, but I'm not that connected to Cow either, but he's always there, right? Like even if there's a break, like he's coming back at some point, like he did in Lovely Writer, and he was great in Lovely Writer, right? So
I'm even thinking back to Until We Meet Again, like he was probably one of my favorite characters. He played one of my favorite characters, so
and he's very versatile.
I think I have to say Cow. Also, Cow has nice lips. So
but so
ups his himbo status.
Honestly,
he does, and Pond has the eye mole, which
they're both beautiful people, but oh man,
I think
Cow.
Like,
yeah, right. As if there could ever be an ugly.
There's no ugly men on this list.
Okay, so that side's done. Let's move over to Tay.
This is actually pretty mean. This is pretty mean.
Okay, I conceded with Max. I'm not conceding with Toll. I won't.
But Alexa, Tay, you love Tay.
I do, but Toll is like one of the all-around best people in the world. Like, we've talked about this man so many times. Like, he just genuinely seems like such a good dude. And I love Tay, and like he is such like a sweet, sunshiny person. But Tool just genuinely seems like one of the best people in the industry.
I mean, Tay hasn't really done anything in the BL space in a while.
Not until Cherry.
And I hate his partner,
Toll, to be fair. I mean, Manner of Death was more recent than Dark Blue Kiss. So I guess Tool has a slight edge, even though like he's kind of like MIA doing school right now. But I don't know. My heart obviously lies with Tool, and like he's like up there for me. But I genuinely just think like in terms of they're both seem like such cool dudes, but like something about Tool just like he takes it for me. But
yeah. I mean,
Kayla doesn't have the connection, I feel like, to Max and Toll as much, so I don't know.
When I think of like people that I genuinely respect, these two people like both come up. So it's hard in that sense, because I love that they both like stand for something and use their platforms for good.
Yeah, they're kind. Both of them are really kind.
They are. I have an emotional connection to Tay, mostly because of 3 Will Be Free.
Yeah,
I've never watched
I do love
that.
3 Will Be Free.
I love Tay. I do. I hate his BL partner. That's not new. Everyone who's watched the podcast knows that. I will side with Alexa on this one. I have more of a connection to Tan. And
fair.
I told you I can't let Max go, but I let Max go. I can't let Tool go too. I need at least one win on this goddamn BL bracket, guys.
At least one. Although are any of them.
No one's winning in this. Like we are the losers coming out of this. The 3 of us are the losers.
No offense with this next one, but I know who I'm choosing.
Yeah, I was like, I feel like this is not fair to Gemini.
I will rampage.
This is not fair to Gemini.
From me. I will throw something at my screen.
Even I know this is not fair to Gemini, because like I love Gemini, and like I did put Gemini and Fourth on my top BL ships, but yeah, I feel like you can't compare to first. Like
nobody can. Nobody.
Yeah, I feel like that's like, I feel like Heather wanted to put me in pain with this one. But like, I'm not even going to try and have him fight against First, because like, I can respect that First is like an icon of like, and Gemini has plenty of time to come and win his own BL bracket in the future.
True.
Hey, sorry to interrupt, but I wanted to remind you guys that our Thailand trip Kickstarter is live right now. We're hoping to be able to go to Thailand later on this year and film some in-person interviews, various content, basically all the things that you love about LoveCast, but on site. So if you're able to, please donate to our campaign or share and like it around if you know some people with money. And we hope to see you in Thailand this year. Again, I will leave the Kickstarter in the description. But yeah, get back to watching.
If I could spell First, that would be great. First,
English.
You're so distraught by the defeat.
Gemini, sweetie, I'm so sorry. I'll come back for you another year.
Which Earth is that?
This is Kuhart.
Yeah.
Cooler.
So
okay. Yeah, of course it is.
Yeah, of course you put these two against each other.
Oh, dude.
Honestly,
This is a hard
I'm
one.
picking Fluke. It's not hard for me.
Kayla said no competition.
I think that if it was like the beginning of my time with BL, then it would be harder. But over time, even though I like both of them, I like Fluke more. I like the projects that he has done more, like individually as well. And I just follow him more closely. So, I don't know. And Fluke,
I mean,
of course.
Off screen, I think Kuearth is much more entertaining to follow for me. I think that he's bold, and I love that he does what he wants. He dresses like he wants. The whole man is a statement. And I don't see the same thing with Fluke. So if this was my list, I would pick Kuearth over Fluke.
Break the tie.
I'm having a hard time with this. I am like, God, okay. I do really agree with what Pixie said in regards to like who Earth is as a person and his personality and just like his unapologetic being of himself. But like, I feel like I'm an OG Fluke girly, like since Until We Meet Again days. And like in terms of acting and who I enjoy watching more in general, I feel like Fluke wins that. Although I did really love My Only 12%. But I just think like something about Fluke is so captivating to watch on screen. Which is part of the reasons why he's always been one of my favorites. So I feel like I'm gonna have to side with Kayla on this one and go with Fluke.
It's the acting ability. Like, I feel like I don't know, it comes down to that, because even like Fluke's super old works, like the movies he was in, I've watched them too because I wanted to see him. So I've always just really appreciated how much, I guess, care he puts into the craft of acting. So that's made me respect him a lot. But I agree I love how Kuhart expresses himself as well, because I feel like a lot of people don't. And there's a lot of femphobia that gets cast onto him, which is really terrible. But he slays, so they could stay mad. But I'm still picking Fluke.
That's fair. I mean, anyone watching this and thinking that, have watched this podcast for a long time and think that we are similar in tastes can just watch this. We are so different.
This is really pitting us against each other in a friendly way.
I mean, only Heather could make this list so...
Yeah, this is a pain of letting someone know your taste so well.
The next one is obvious to me. I mean, if you put Boone in there, then that would have been an issue. But
yeah, see, I think Heather wanted to pit you and Kayla against each other because like Xenonu and Boom Prem, but like I feel like when it comes to Boom Prem, you really only have a connection to Boone.
I only like Boone.
So
no, there's nothing wrong with Prem. Like there was nothing wrong with Prem.
You just have the connection to Boone.
Connection to Boone, and I've had that since like C and Boone from the very start. I discovered Thai BL. I just think I was so drawn to them. So for me, this is obviously Nunu.
I agree with Nunu. I think, yeah. I feel like very neutral about Prem. Like, I don't dislike him. I enjoy watching him act with...
And he's grown a lot. Like, he
grew a lot in between us. Great. But I think, in terms of, like, who I keep up with more closely, even though like I'm not even really like a Z Nanu like Stanny, but I feel like I'm more kept up with like what Nanu has going on and more like involved in the things that he's working on, whether with Z or other stuff he's doing. So I think he just like catches my eye more and like piques my interest more than Prem does, just slightly.
Agree.
Yeah, no, that's not hard.
Kayla's like, yeah. Kayla's like, yeah.
I'm a Nunu Stanny. I'm always talking about him. And that's that. There's nothing more to it.
Okay, so that one was pretty easy for us. Now we're going into the semifinals, quarterfinals. I don't know which way it goes in. Which comes first, semi or quarter? Semi?
Beats me.
We're just gonna call it the semi. No, I don't know.
Quarter comes first, I think. Semi is
so like quarter, semi, and then finals
is 2, right? So
sure. I don't know.
Quarterly is
the quarterfinals.
4. Quarterly is 4. There's 4 quarters in a year.
1, 2, 3, 4.
And semi is 2.
That makes sense then. All right, so we're in the quarterfinals now. Pavel and Z. I feel like I'm going to let you guys beat this one out because I feel like I don't have a lot of stake in this one.
I think this one is cruel too. I think it's really cruel.
Oof, no. Okay, I almost went into Norwegian there because this was so hard.
You were so stressed the Norwegian popped out.
The Norwegian almost came forth. No, but I have Pavel merch. I'm very invested in Pavel's career. At the same time,
that's your ZD.
ZD.
I can't make this choice. You can't make me make this choice.
This is another thing where it's like with timing because Pavel is just like doing his own thing now. I feel like he is kind of removed from BL right now.
Yeah, he's auditioning for stuff, but he hasn't gotten anything.
Yeah, so it sucks because I like just seeing what he's doing like day to day.
Yeah. Like his streams and stuff like that.
Yeah.
He's fun to watch in that capacity.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think he's really entertaining.
Dude, the boy works. Like, but both of them works hard. Like, we know both of them do. Oh, it's hard.
Z... This is hard because I feel like him and Nunu are a package deal and that I can't separate them. I also like look at Z's fan sites as well. So I'm like, the fact that I'm like currently doing that and like never did that for Pavel kind of makes it feel like I want to pick Z because I guess currently or overall, I'm more invested in Z.
Right. Okay. I am leaning towards Powell. So
I don't know what to. No, I think I still have to pick Pavel. I think I still have to pick Pavel. Like, I feel like I have loyalty to Pavel. Mm-hmm. I have to.
All right. Mm-hmm. All right. Loyalty
it's like
wins.
Minuscule things that are making this like tip. Like, if you ask me in 5 more minutes, I might change my mind.
Exactly. I'm so indecisive.
Gotta solidify it now before I'm typing it.
Literally, after this is over, I'm gonna like sit here and think, oh, maybe I should have picked that person or that person.
Mm-hmm. All right.
Okay.
We're going with Pavel for now.
Yeah, I think Pavel.
Okay. This feels Perth like a Perth pick to me.
Yeah.
You can just copy the name and put it down. You can duplicate. If you click on it and duplicate.
Yeah. That makes it easier for this round.
Yes.
Perth has more impact and emotional connection.
I think so, yeah.
So
he's very audience
Perth is like his personality is just like it's gonna be hard to he's gonna be hard to beat, I feel like, in this.
Mm-hmm. Especially in that bracket.
Yeah.
Oh.
Now this one. Dude.
You already know what I'm thinking.
Why?
No, but this is first for me. Like,
are you kidding me?
I feel like I have to beg for forgiveness. But first,
I'm quitting this podcast. I'm done. Like, are you kidding me?
I'm sorry, Alex. I actually feel bad about this, but I dude, it's my number 1 ship.
Okay, and
it's your number 1 ship.
You guys have no respect for the OG. Like, Tola has been in this game since 2016. He's one of the most outspoken advocates for the industry. Like, why am I even here?
But also, he is in America studying.
Yes,
First is working. First is working hard.
That's a con.
Yes, and
he's in America.
My man is getting his degree,
like,
expanding his education.
What was his American name again?
Tyler.
Okay,
Tyler
we can't pick him just because of that.
You know what, guys?
Tyler became an American. Like,
why am I even here? Fine. I don't even care what happens anymore.
You can put this on Heather. I'm just saying.
Heather, I guess, just wanted to see me specifically suffer.
Okay.
This is too much.
I'm glad you guys are having fun.
We'll see what happens. Might not last for long.
All right, Fluke and Nanu. I have to go with Fluke on this one.
I'm going with Nanu. I just have more of a like Nanu in Cutie Pie. Like, he came out swinging. Like, the dude is so talented.
Yeah.
So if we're gonna just look at talent, Nunu is a lot more versatile.
Yeah, but Fluke in Until We Meet Again, like, that's god tier BL acting right there.
Until We Meet Again was like 3+ years ago.
Yes, and he's still bringing that same level of talent. Just because that writing hasn't been great in his recent series doesn't mean his acting hasn't been great.
No, but it's the luck of the draw, right?
The luck of the draw. Oh my gosh. If we're thinking of it talent-wise, Nanu is definitely more versatile. Like he's one of those people who could do anything, and I feel like could practice something for a day and be an expert at it. But I still really love and believe in Fluke's acting ability. And like the stuff that he's been in, I mean, they've both had an impact on me. I don't know. And then if I'm thinking about like from day to day, then Nanu is the one that I get more excited about when he posts something.
You did say you actively go and check for pictures of Nanu and see.
I do.
Yes.
Literally every day. So this comes down to loyalty. And if I want to betray Fluke or not. And I don't know.
You couldn't betray Pavel, so why betray Fluke?
And I feel even more strongly about Fluke, so I feel like I have to go with Fluke. I feel like I have to. It's just, I'm too loyal to these people. It's like they got in my brain and just like cemented their place there.
I love that, like, we are like the devil and the angel on Kayla's shoulders arguing this.
Listen, I gotta take my wins where I can get them at this point.
Oh, God. Okay, it's getting worse.
Okay, wait, who's...
Okay, so it's Pavel in first.
No.
You're right.
Look what you guys did to yourself. You should have chose Tom.
I'm saying first. I'm sorry, Pavel, but
I'm also saying first because I, not just like currently, but I've been loving everything the first has done, and I like his personality a lot.
And he's more current as well, like we were saying earlier, that like, Pavel is in sort of like a...
I love how for some rounds it's like, this person has more current stuff, and then for other rounds it's like, but I'm loyal to the loyalty to this person. Is like...
It's because the loyalty trumps everything else sometimes.
Sometimes.
It means more for other people.
Yeah, it depends. It really depends on the person. Yeah, I mean, I have no
feel
stake
like
in this
I have
one,
like
so.
this emotional connection to first. Like just seeing the man makes me feel something.
He definitely
like
makes me smile. Yeah. In terms of like bringing joy, definitely first.
Yeah, I kind of just want to. I want to make him smile. Like he
has a very contagious energy.
Can I just meet him so that I can make him smile? Because I need to make him smile.
To make it happen.
Even though I'm going to say first, I think that I would get along better with Pavel because he's weird.
Yeah, I mean, same. Like, yeah, I get that.
Okay.
Pavel, we can hang out.
Please.
But again, this isn't like who would you most hang out with in Thailand.
Yeah, there's so many factors.
There are so many factors. I've been looking at the word first for too long, and I feel like it's spelled wrong. It's really like, it's that thing where you look at something for too long and you're like...
Yeah, I know how it is.
All right.
Perth.
Now y'all are gonna hate yourselves with this one because I know where I'm sitting for this one, and you guys are gonna have to make this decision. No.
I mean, technically, I feel like I have no stake in this, but also, I don't know. I see the pros and cons of both of them.
Pixie, look what you did to yourself.
Yeah, I know. I have like a big like sign just blinking inside my head, like error 404.
That's how I felt with
I
Perth
feel
and
like-
Pan.
Yeah. I feel like I don't have really the connection to First that you guys have. So for me, like, Perth is the no-brainer here, because, like, that's, like, my guy. Like, I've, like, done so much to support him, and I feel like I want to continue to do so. So, like, that's, like, my guy. Like, he'll always be my guy. And when it comes down to these two, like, this is, like, an easy pick for me.
I mean, it's kind of unfair to put both Perth and Pan in here, because they're just
We're
like
still stuck on that part of it.
Either way, even if Pan was on the other side, he was going to end up at the end of this.
Well,
right?
yeah, it would have been really cruel if the final was Perth and Pan. That would have been, like, painful.
Yeah. So I'm just saying, like, if you put them into this equation, one of them is going to end up in the last semi-final.
See, I was kind of thinking, I knew Perth would be here, probably. Like, when I saw that these two were pitted against each other, I knew that Perth would finally end up in the final. But yeah, if it had been, like, the two of them in the final, like, that would have been painful.
I'm gonna be honest, like, if we ended up putting Pan in there, I think I would have chosen First. And Pan ended up against First. I would have chosen First, to be honest. But I'm having a moment. I don't feel right about choosing anyone other than Perth.
Just feels morally wrong. Like, it feels like you can't make that choice.
It's like you're
trying-
betraying your best friend or something.
Yeah.
The parasocial relationship is just like...
I'm really trying to go through these bullet points in my head. And another thing I love about Perth that might make me choose him is that he's a lesbian defender.
True.
To the
Perth
death.
loves lesbians. He loves lesbians.
If we're talking about, like, impact and sentiment, I still feel like it's Perth over First, even though First is, like, currently who one of the people I'm really into.
I feel like this is one of the ones where the loyalty factor comes in, because like, Perth has just been the boy for so long, and I feel like it's hard to have someone trump that.
We wouldn't have a podcast without Perth.
We would have a podcast. It just might not
It would be
still be at the level
podcast.
it is at now. It would be at a very different level, probably.
Yeah.
This is Perth has, like, nepotism on us
Yeah,
at our
yeah.
institution. He's our nepo baby.
He's our nepotism baby. Oh, God.
Or are we the nepo? Is that how that would work?
We are
This
Perth's
is just like
nepotism
putting
baby.
my child against my boyfriend.
So,
It really is like that. Oh my god.
I love my boyfriend. Like, I dearly love him, but you cannot make me choose him over my child.
so Perth is our child here.
Yes. Yes, he is.
I think so.
All right.
It's seeming like that.
I'm gonna type it in for this one so we can get a little fancy since he's the winner. Oh, let's do whatever.
Ooh, perfect.
Ta-da!
Ta-da!
Might have been the most painful thing we've ever done, but we did it.
I mean, the end product is, I feel like, very predictable for us doing it together.
Yeah. Yeah.
Individually,
pain.
this would look really
I think
different.
so. I think so. definitely had some losses along the way, but you know.
But you're happy about the end result, right?
Yeah. See, like when I first looked at this, my apparently dumbass brain thought it would be Toll and Perth at the end, and I was ready to have to like kill myself as opposed to choosing it.
So really,
Alexa,
we saved you, Alexa.
Yes. We saved you. Yes, that's how we put a spin on it. I was going to say,
Be grateful.
you may have lost the battle, but you won the war.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I guess I can be grateful for that in the end.
We did save you a lot of mental distress. I mean.
Yeah. I would have suffered a lot if it had come down to those two. Oh boy.
This was really hard.
This was really hard. This was cruel. I think we need to turn the tables and make Heather do this with just like a bunch of people that she loves and see how she feels about it.
Yes.
Oh Lord.
We'll make her do a live.
Where she
Make her a list. She's not doing this one. She's doing one week. Make her.
Yeah, we're gonna make one that's as painful as possible, specifically catered to Heather.
Yeah.
And we'll make her do it on a live and see how she
Good
feels.
idea.
Yes.
It's locked
Revenge.
Revenge, yes. But we'll definitely post the blank version of this bracket on social media so you guys can all play along and suffer as much as we did. Though granted, like we said, I think this is very catered to us, so it's probably going to be a lot easier for some people than it was for the three of us to figure this out. But I'll be curious to see who tops people's lists and who like makes it through some of these rounds, see where people's loyalties lie.
I can predict like 50% is going to be Perth either way.
I think
like,
Perth,
probably.
Perth, Toll, or Tay, I think will come out on top a lot. Those are like, I feel like those are three overall BL best boys, like are generally regarded by the fandom as like some of the best boys. So I think they will probably be the ones we see the most as the final picks.
Yeah, it depends on how current people think. Like if they are very obsessed with what they are obsessed with right now, or if they're thinking like long term
OG
and have been.
And I think
faithful.
other people might have like some different criteria than we use, because I feel like you know, we kind of just like you said, we kind of went on like vibes and how we were feeling based on who was pitted against each other. So other people might, you know, set out a specific criteria or be looking at specific things that might impact their picks. So yeah, be interesting.
It'll
to
be
see
interesting
people's
to
lists.
see.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah.
Yep. So thank you everyone for listening this week. Remember to check out our fundraiser over on Kickstarter. And yeah, we are looking forward to watching all your BL brackets on social media. And we will see you again next week. Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Every time I have to do this without the run sheet, I'm just like, okay, this is awkward, but I'm gonna start.